Hey there! Today we're building this end table or nightstand. Now the cool thing about this end table is that there is a hidden charging station. I've got you covered with printable plans for this end table. The link is in the description below. I asked my Instagram followers if they wanted a shelf underneath, and a lot of them did. So the printable plans actually show you how to build this table with a shelf or without a shelf. Now let's get started. I started by making all the cuts. You can get the cut list in the printable plans linked in the description below. For the 2x2 legs, I marked the center of the leg at 3/4 inch and 3.5 inches from the bottom. I drew a line and cut it out with the jigsaw. This added a little nice taper to the legs. Now to build the panel. I attached 1x2s to the side panels using pocket holes. The pocket holes for the 1x2s face outwards because they will later attach to the legs. This gives me 2 side panels and a back panel. Now to attach the legs. Make sure that the taper is facing up as we build the sides of the end table. Then I just attached it using pocket hole screws. The bottom rail is attached using 2.5 inch pocket hole screws. Make sure that the pocket holes are facing down. Next, I went ahead and attached the front trim and the back panel with pocket hole screws to one of the sides. And then I laid this whole thing upside down on the other side and attached using pocket hole screws to complete the nightstand frame. Then I built and installed a small drawer in the front. I have a lot of tips and tricks for building a drawer for beginners. You can see those by clicking the link above. The top is made of 2 parts, the fixed part and the hinged part. The hinged part is built using 2 1x5 boards, and the fixed part is using 3 1x5 boards. I joined them with pocket hole screws. A face clamp along with a flat surface are a great help to make sure that these boards remain flat and flush as you join them. Now for the charging console. I measured the recessed power strip and marked and cut out the opening for them with a jigsaw. I have a link to the exact recessed power outlets I used in the description below. Then I attached it to the end table using pocket hole screws from the back. This isn't flush to the bottom because I wanted the power strip not to stick out from underneath. I just used a scrap 4x4 block to support it as I attached it. Then I went ahead and attached the divider, making sure that it was square to the frame. Now to attach the back hinged top, I used full overlay frameless self-close hinges. I have a link to them in the description below. Soft close is important because you don't want any fingers to get pinched. Now at this point, I made holes at the side of the end table for the wires. A larger one on the back for lamp wires, etc., and a smaller one on the side for phone chargers. Ideally, I would have liked to make a little U-shaped hole on the side panels before assembly, but I totally forgot. But this works out too. To attach the fixed top is a little bit tricky. Once the nightstand is assembled, you want to go ahead and clamp the Craig jig to the inside and drill pocket holes. This is because you need to be able to account for the thickness of the 1x2s. A Craig 320 is a great choice for this, or a Craig R3 will work too. Then I laid the tabletop down and aligned the table on top of it and attached using pocket hole screws. In the end, I attached the power strips. Now I couldn't find any black screws, so I just touched them up with a little spray paint to blend in. I used 3M cord organizers to route the power strip down the side of the table. Now no more wires in my living room. It is such a huge relief. Don't forget you can get printable plans for this nightstand in the description below. I think you might also like this nightstand with a hidden compartment, and you can totally customize to add a power strip in here too. Or you might like this project. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future projects.